Gaza News Now. The Hamas-run health ministry reports 35,386 Gaza deaths. In the Gaza Strip, the health ministry headed by Hamas reported 35,386 deaths on Saturday. When calculating casualties, the health ministry does not distinguish between innocent bystanders and terrorists. Reportedly, an attack occurred southwest of Mocha, Ambri, Yemen, against an oil tanker flying the Panamanian flag. A missile struck the ship, according to Ambri, and there was a fire on board, as relayed by radio. On Saturday, the British security firm Ambri announced that it had received intelligence of an attack on a crude oil ship flying the Panamanian flag about 10 nautical miles southwest of Mocha, Yemen. A missile struck the ship, according to Ambri, and there was a fire on board, as relayed by radio. The details of the conversation were missing. In a show of support for the Palestinians fighting Israel in Gaza, the Houthi militia of Yemen, aligned with Iran and controlling the majority of the country, has been attacking ships in international waters off the coast of Yemen for months. The head of logistics for the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, PIJ, terrorist organization, Rafah, was killed in an airstrike, according to the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, announcement on Saturday morning. On the other side of Israeli forces stood a terrorist brandishing an RPG in a compound. Reportedly, the PIJ agent was in charge of training terrorists to assault Israeli forces in the region. The airstrike that killed the PIJ agent was just one of many across the Strip. The Israeli Air Force reportedly struck 70 sites in Gaza on the previous day. Palestinian media outlets have reported that an airstrike in East Rafah resulted in the death of a person. However, the Post is unable to verify the veracity of the information or the identity of the accused perpetrator at this time. Avichai Adri, the Arabic spokesperson for the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, emphasized on Saturday morning that Hamas was creating a humanitarian catastrophe by blocking aid from accessing Palestinian homes. The people of Gaza are suffering for strategic reasons for the leaders of Hamas, thus they are attempting to stop Israel from helping them, Adri wrote on X. Israeli humanitarian aid to the Gazan people has increased, while Hamas attacks on Israeli citizens have escalated. In our ongoing efforts to free our hostages and vanquish Hamas, we will maintain and even enhance the influx of humanitarian supplies into Gaza, reports. U.S. and Iran hold first discussions in months, discussing stability in the Middle East. After a hiatus from January, the two countries resumed talks this past week. Omani authorities acted as mediators during the nearly month-long talks, according to sources who spoke with Axios and Walla on Friday. Iranian officials met with two officials from the Biden administration in Oman this week to discuss ways to reduce the intensity of strikes in the Middle East. Among the two Biden administration officials there were U.S. Ambassador for Iran Abram Paley and top Middle East advisor to the President Brett McGurk. The U.S. warned Iran and its proxies of the potential repercussions of their regional actions. According to the allegations, the U.S. also thinks Iran has significant influence over its regional proxies, including Hezbollah, Houthis, and proxy groups in Iraq and Syria. The identities of the Iranian delegates who took part in the negotiations remain unclear in the reports.